All right, Alec live here in Reading, Pennsylvania with Nigel Farage. What brings you here to the Trump rally today?
Well, I just had to be somewhere, and I thought, well, I'll start off here, and then later on I go and see JD and the others in town. Well, I've been a big supporter of the president, from way before when he was first elected. I think America needs him, and I think the world needs it. And just think how much more dangerous the world's become in the last 4 years. We need Trump back in the White House, and these dictators around the world need a strong American president that they fear ever so slightly.
Well said. Yeah, I know you've been a big supporter of the president. I've seen you at the CPACs and all the other stuff speaking. I know you're not speaking here today, but listen, you're right. We say make America great again, but we got to make the world great again. The world was in a better place when Donald Trump was in office, and it's fallen apart under 4 years of this Kamala Harris-Joe Biden administration.
Yeah, do you know what? If the rest of the world gets into trouble, America can't stay out. We've seen that in 2 world wars. But America is the leader of the free world. And a strong American president that brings people together, makes them realize how important defense spending is, how important deterrents are. Only Trump can do that.
What's your take, on the American political process here, on the election process compared to the UK?
So I first started working for American companies in 1982. I'm British, but a bit of me feels American because I've spent so much of my life here. It is incredible that this country, with the best tech in the world, with some of the most amazing entrepreneurs in the world, with some of the great wealth in the world, can't organise elections that people can actually trust. And this has now been going on for a quarter of a century. 2000, it was Florida, dimpled chads and hanging chads, court cases, Supreme Court involved. Here we are, a quarter of a century on. And the way, frankly, these elections are being run in some of the states is appalling.
And just the way you say that here, you feel like you're American. This is the difference between America and every other country. If you come here from another country and you become a citizen here and you live here, we call you an American. If I go to UK or I go to Britain and I live there, no matter how long I live there, they'll never call me British.
No, well, America, because it is still a new country. And it was made by people coming from all over the world, Europe to begin with mostly, and very quickly adopting American principles and American values. It's all about values, this country. Right back to your Constitution and the break with the Brits all that time ago. And here's the worry. 10 to 15 million people have come in across the border illegally in the last 4 years, many of whom will not ever share those values. That's a huge problem.
Yeah, and if they come here through the legal process, we call them Americans.
Yeah.
But they don't, we call them illegals, and we got to get them out.
Well, absolutely. And frankly, it isn't just culture. It's also crime. It's also the threat to national security.
Drugs.
Everything. Yeah. Everything. It's awful.
All right, so listen, we're in Pennsylvania where this is the lock. This is the key state here for everything. Donald Trump literally bled in this state to try to win the vote here. He's been shot in the head in this state. What do you think, tomorrow's election day, does he win Pennsylvania? Does he take this thing home?
Provided American voters, and in particular young men, who like Trump, they admire his strength of character and who he is, but they're not really in the habit of voting. Guys, get out there and do it.
Well said. Nigel Farage, pleasure seeing you. Thanks for giving me a few minutes of time.
The American family is under attack. Parents are the underdog of this nation. Your children are being indoctrinated. That's right. Your children. They do not belong to the state. They do not belong to the school system. They belong to you, the parents, as a blessing from God our Father. So let's preserve, protect, and fight for the American family together. You're listening to the Alec Show. The future is family.